So, vowels. They're these things, right? Not exactly. In almost every conlang I have made, there are roughly 10 vowels. 5 soft ones and 5 hard ones. The idea of having these as vowels is most likely inspired by Irish, where these are the vowels. In my more recent ones, they are pronounced like so. A, e, I, a, o, e, o, u. However, in conlangs I made as a small child, they were pronounced like this. A, e, I, o, a, e, I, o, u. The a, e, I, o, u bit obviously comes from the English names for the letters a, e, I, o, and u. Whereas my more recent ones come from generally knowing more about how languages, and in this case sounds, work. So I've been wondering, which sounds count as which letters? If you could draw borders for which vowels are which, using only the 5 Latin letters A, E, I, O, and U, would it look like this, or this, or this? Well, I already knew that in other languages, the way that they read the alphabet, or in many cases their writing system entirely, is very different. For example, in German, A, E, I, O, and U are pronounced A, E, I, O, U. So then people's ideas of vowels are probably based off of what the names of their vowels are in their native languages. Right? Well, to find out how to correctly segregate phonemes, I conducted a survey. And these were the results. Okay, so I got 10 people to listen to all these vowels shown here in red. I didn't include them all, because I felt that I could get a rough idea of which sounds people associated with which letters from these ones. Regrettably, however, I did not include these close central vowels. However, I feel they probably would have swayed towards the letter U. Also, due to the small size of the people who took part in the survey, this isn't exactly 100% perfect or anything. Nor is it correct, if it even is possible for something like this to be correct. Anyways, I just wanted to get that kind of stuff out of the way onto the results. So, here are the vowels that people associate with the letter A. The opacity of the blue colour of the phonemes of the chart is based off of the percentage of people who associated that phoneme with the letter A. For example, 100% of the people who took the survey thought that the open front unrounded vowel A should be represented by the letter A, so it is coloured in with 100% opacity in this chart. Secondly, any phonemes contained in the blue line are ones where the largest amount of people, but not necessarily the majority, associated the sound with A. The same goes for all of the other letters. Here is the chart for E, and for I, and for O, and lastly for U. And here are all the lines together. The second thing I want to talk about is the differences between languages. Originally, I had predicted that the main difference would be that English native speakers would think that the close front unrounded vowel is E, not I, but this didn't actually turn out to be as true as I expected. Only 3 out of 5 of the people who natively spoke English associated E with the letter E. Even someone who said that they spoke lol just English thought of that sound as the letter I. The third thing I want to talk about is some interesting little things I found in the survey. These 4 were the most controversial, with 5 different answers being given as to what people thought that they were. And these 3 were the only cases where everyone unanimously agreed as to what the letters they associated them with were. It's funny how in 2 cases one of the most controversial ones is just right beside one of the least controversial ones. Another thing I want to mention is the inclusion of the letter Y. Altogether, there were 6 occurrences where someone voted for Y. 5 of them were given by someone with a very impressive number of languages under their belt, and the one other Y vote, which was put on the schwa, was given by this person. Speaking of times when people wrote something in other, there were many instances where people wrote that they thought of a phoneme as multiple letters. And there was also this, which is 100% a vowel. Now begs the question, what do I think? Do I agree with these lines? I'd say that for the most part I do agree with these lines, although in reality the truth is that you cannot really draw borders between vowels like this and assign them into 5 categories. In reality, the opacity chart more truly represents how it actually is. Anyways, make of that what you will. So I suppose this is the closest that we get to aligning each vowel sound with the letter. However, of course, this is not perfect, and different people definitely have different ideas of which vowels are which, based on their native languages. But I have done what I set out to do. I hope you enjoyed. Have a nice day.